Hey, this is Adam. In this video, I'm going to give you 9 uses of the comma. So the first use is in lists. Yo tengo tarea en la clase de matemáticas, la clase de física, la clase de español, y en la clase de literatura. I've got a list of classes in which I have homework, so I put a comma in between all of them except the last 2, because in Spanish, there's no Oxford comma. The second use is in the vocative. Se usa en el vocativo. So, Chad, escúchame una cosa. Te quiero, Jenny, de verdad. So these are 2 examples of the vocative. And that's when you directly address someone. It doesn't matter where in the sentence it shows up. It could be beginning, middle, or it could show up in the end. All right, uso número 3 de la coma se usa en aposiciones. And this is the apositive, or in apositive. So Aiden, this is a picture of my son. Aiden, mi hijo, es muy guapo. Nikola Tesla, innovador y científico, era un hombre muy inteligente. El libro 100 años de soledad es una obra maestra, es increíble. So an apositive is a noun or noun phrase, like my son or innovator and scientist, between commas that renames the noun right beside it. Aiden, my son. Tesla, innovator and scientist. The book, 100 Years of Solitude, is a masterwork. Okay, número 4, se usa en clarificaciones o pausas. This is the tough one, all right? So, in this case, esa tienda de la cual compré este traje tiene buen precios. This store, or that store, from which I bought this suit, has good prices. So the from which I bought this suit is kind of a pause or a clarification about which store. Los símbolos, por ejemplo, la bandera, again, a clarification. The symbols, for example, the flag, representan ideas. En mi padre en realidad es un músico talentoso. Now this phrase, en realidad, doesn't clarify, it simply pauses. It kind of breaks up the sentence. My dad really is a good musician. So you're going to run into this with relative clauses, and these might be a little advanced. If you're in Spanish 4, 5, 6, you might have seen these. Otherwise, you probably haven't yet. Don't sweat it. But these expressions, adverbial expressions like por fin, finally, sin embargo, nevertheless, in the end, en fin, really, en realidad. These are things that you can throw in to kind of break up your sentence to add more cadence to your speech, or your writing for that matter. Uso número 5 de la coma se usa cuando se omite un verbo. This is when you omit a verb. Yo tengo un coche deportivo, él, una camioneta. I have a sports car, he, a truck. Mi padre era vendedor, mi madre secretaria. My dad was a salesman, my mother a secretary. So in the second part of the sentence, you see that I leave out a verb. All right, uso número 6, después de conjunciones adversativas. Now, adversative conjunctions are these, like sin embargo, pero, sino, aunque, ni, salvo, excepto. And basically, they set a contrary idea against another. So, I speak German, hablo alemán, although not very well. So it's kind of like, here's this, but there's also this. No quiero Coca-Cola, sino un Pepsi. I don't want Coke, rather a Pepsi. Eres inteligente, pero no trabajador. He's intelligent, but not very hardworking. Right, so use a comma before these words. Uso número 7 de la coma en lugares, places. Durante las vacaciones viajamos a San Francisco, California. During vacations, we travel to San Francisco, California, between the place. Okay? Between dates and places too, like in a letter. So, el 14 de junio de 2018, Buenos Aires. The 14th of June, 2018, Buenos Aires. Put a comma between those. Uso número 8 de la coma se usa en números. All right, and this deals with Spain only typically. So they switch the period and the comma. So we would have 3,500, 3,500.00. They switch them in Spanish. Oops. And hay 7.5 millones o billones de personas en el mundo. 7.5 billion people in the world. And uso número 9 para separar partes de la oración, to separate parts of a sentence. So ella fue a la tienda, compró comida, regresó a casa y preparó la cena. So this is kind of like a list, but it's a list of kind of separate ideas, in which case you can have that Oxford comma. So 1, 2, 3 commas there. Lavé los platos, la ropa y las ventanas, y limpié la casa. So I washed the dishes, clothes, and windows, and I cleaned the house. All right, I hope this is informative. I hope you learned something, and I will see you in the next video.